as you would if you were playing the saxophone. You have to learn what the different levers do to produce the sounds and the different tones. So that's where we're going to begin. We're going to begin with how does this instrument work? We can speak and we can form words, but that's not singing. Singing takes a lot more. And we'll go through all the steps one by one until you can accomplish your goal and be proud of how well you can sing and know the difference between singing well and singing at singing. So we'll start off with our instrument. So here we have the bare bones, shall we speak and say. And the very first thing we want to learn how to do is how to make a clear tone. So in order to make a clear tone, we have to get everything out of the way. So if I had a trumpet and I blew on it, but I had a rag in the end of it, I couldn't get a clear tone. And that's exactly what happens when we begin to sing. We're not used to having our mouth open really wide, like we have to do in order to get the tone out. So, as you can see, the jaw is separate from the skull. It's held on by muscles and tendons, tissues. So it's very, very flexible. So the first thing we want to learn how to do is to open the jaw as far as you can. Now we don't normally do that when we speak. So it's a very difficult thing to learn to do at first. So you notice on the side of the skull, like this, right about dead center, right here, is the ear hole, which would be right there. So when I drop my jaw down like this, you see a little muscle here that pops up right in front of the ear hole. See? Now, if you pull your jaw down like that, you can feel it. So that when that muscle contracts, it's right here, grabs the edge of the jawbone and pulls it down, then you know that your jaw is open. And that's how far you want it. Most of the time when you're singing, your jaw is down like that, because the majority of the vowels are open. So we sing on the vowels, and the vowels are either open or relaxed, which sometimes is called closed, but I found that my students get that confused with shut. And if your mouth is shut, you just really can't seem to sing too well through clenched teeth. But I found that most students will try to do this at first. Somehow we can speak with just barely opening our mouth like this, but you just can't get away with singing like that. See the difference in my voice even when I'm speaking? If I open my mouth, my throat, now if I open my throat and open my chest, all those things will make the whole quality of my voice change. Not only in speaking, but in singing. And the quality of your voice really influences the way other people perceive you, whether you're speaking or singing. So all of this can be applied in many ways. Okay, now let's go back to this again. So an open position then is to have your jaw down just as far as you can possibly push your jaw down. So that's open. Now relaxed is when I stop contracting this muscle right here and just let my jaw pop up in a relaxed position. Okay, now I'm not contracting this muscle here on the side of my face. See, like right here, it goes all the way back up here. I'm not naming muscles because you don't have to remember that. All you have to do is just think about what it does. So on the side of my head here is a large muscle which pulls my jaw back up. So if you grit your teeth like this, you can feel that muscle right there. That combined with a couple of right along your jaw. So that's the muscle right here that you do not want to use. Because if you do, it immediately pulls your jaw shut. Like that. So you want to pull your jaw down and then stop using this muscle, which causes your jaw to come back up again into a relaxed position. So you have an open valve and a relaxed valve. Okay, now as soon as you can convince yourself to do this, the next thing to do is to get your tongue down and out of the way.